Thank you very much, Madam Deputy Speaker. I appreciate the opportunity to contribute in this debate, and I guess one of the benefits of having this debate over 2 days is that it has given those of us today the opportunity to reflect fully on many of the contributions made yesterday. I was very grateful for the engagement that I had with the Minister on Friday about the principles of this bill, the thought process behind it and what the government hopes to achieve. But in reading Hansard from yesterday, there are clearly those, like the Honourable Lady just before me, who made a thoughtful and a considered contribution to this debate. There are others who have taken the opportunity to stoke the very worst fears associated with this bill, and clearly some on the other side using the most base arguments to debase this process. I don't believe, Madam Deputy Speaker, that it serves us as a Parliament well as we consider this bill at second reading. I was encouraged, and I want to pay tribute to the continued work of the Right Honourable Member for Chingford and Woodford Green for his contributions yesterday, highlighting the concerns that he has on the provisions of Part 4. I think it was encouraging not only to hear his continued commitment and that of Lord McCall to previous provisions that have been brought forward in our House, but also the engagement that he had with the Home Secretary and the commitment that the Home Secretary will leave open the opportunity to consider thoughtfully and productively changes that shall come forward to this bill. In considering Part 4, I think not only of the reduction from 45 days of practical support given to those confirmed victims of modern slavery and human trafficking, but the disparity between what was available at 45 days, what will remain as 45 days within Northern Ireland and Scotland, and the proposed 30 days that we find in this bill at clause 52. And the conflict that will arise between the legislation that we brought forward in Northern Ireland through my friend Lord Morrow, which is the Human Trafficking and Exploitation Northern Ireland Act 2015. There is much work to do on these issues, and I trust we will get the opportunity to do it in the forthcoming stages. Madam Deputy Speaker, I do wish to raise again the issue of indefinite detention. It hasn't featured much in the debate of this bill, but I do hope that this bill provides another opportunity to build on the cross-party support that has been garnered to end indefinite detention. It is wrong. It is cruel. It serves no place that somebody could be detained on immigration grounds and have no indication as to how long they will be detained or how they will be released from that detention. And I do hope this bill gives us a fresh opportunity to consider that issue fully and bring some finality to it. On refugees, I think it's fair to say, Madam Deputy Speaker, that we do have a proud record as a country, though we should not rest on our laurels. Figures have been mentioned throughout the course of this debate: 25,000 refugees coming to the United Kingdom since 2015 to 2020, a further 29,000 of family members being resettled in this country. And that is good, but it is by no means the totality of the story. Concerns have been raised about conflict with the Convention from 1951. Concerns have been raised about the introduction of a two-tier process. And if we are, and I believe we are, a truly welcoming and a truly compassionate country, then there are issues within this bill that will need to be resolved at second reading, at committee stage. I took the opportunity in my engagement with the Minister, Madam Deputy Speaker, to highlight a report that issued from the Northern Ireland Affairs Select Committee at the start of this month, HC 158. And it raises the anomaly that somebody born in Northern Ireland, by virtue of the Belfast Agreement and the Irish government's approach to these issues, can attain Irish citizenship by simply filling in the form and paying a fee of £70. If you were born in the Republic of Ireland but have spent the entirety of your life living in the United Kingdom, in Northern Ireland, you cannot. You have to go through exactly the same citizenship process, you have to pay £1,330, and you have to prove your proficiency in English. And to give one example, Madam Deputy Speaker, that applies not only to hundreds of people that live in the northwest and around the border areas of Northern Ireland, it applies to a former Speaker of the Northern Ireland Assembly and a member of our House of Lords. He is entitled to vote upon and contribute in the parliamentary affairs of our country, but he's not entitled to citizenship unless he pays £1,330 and proves his proficiency in English. It's a nonsense. And I think the Honourable Member for Leicestershire South earlier referred to Clause 7 and Clause 8. And I would ask that the Minister meet with us to consider how best we resolve this issue and pick up on the recommendations made by the Northern Ireland Affairs Select Committee during the passage of this bill. I think the Honourable Member, the spokesman for the SNP, the Honourable Member for Cumbernauld, made some very fair criticisms yesterday and highlighted some fair concerns about this bill. And it will be over the forthcoming stages, as this bill will receive second reading, Madam Deputy Speaker, that I hope we can continue to engage with and construct the right outcome so that this bill truly is fit for purpose.